Hey, sisters.
Not James Charles here. It's just my best friend, Emily.
Sorry, that's my current catchphrase right now.
She's got a lot of them. Hopefully you guys can learn some and add them into your vocabulary like I do. I feel like I'm always talking like you. After I hang out with you for like a couple days.
I feel like all my friends always start talking like me.
I know, but you know what they say. It's a form of flattery.
Yeah, what can I say?
You mimic the people that you want to be like. So maybe I just want to be like you, Emily.
Stop. I want to be just like you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know.
Okay, guys, so we are back with another episode with my best friend, Emily Duggar.
Hi. You guys, we keep having to redo this because I'm being so awkward.
Yeah, and Emily literally never stops talking.
Yeah,
so...
I'm not actually an awkward person, I don't think. I don't know, am I?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, I'm going to stop being awkward now.
Okay.
Starting now.
Ready? And
go.
We just cheers. And chugging our $10 pre-made margarita.
It's really good.
So, tastes like $10 actually.
Yeah, it does.
From my $5 glasses. So, anyways, Emily is my best friend from high school. We went to high school together, we went to college together, we went to middle school together, but Emily didn't want to be my friend in middle school. Super messed up.
I actually just didn't know she was trying to be my friend. That's the problem. I didn't know at all. She was just complimenting me. I was like, oh, that girl's really nice. She likes my outfits.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like I was putting a lot more energy into it, and you weren't reciprocating, so...
Yeah, you were chasing me.
I know. I love to chase. I feel like when people are chasing me, I'm like, ugh, no, yeah. I don't want to be your friend. No, just kidding. Only with boys.
Yeah, right. Same.
I feel like everyone's like that, though. Everybody loves to chase.
Yeah.
Well, we met in high school, and I guess we're going to start this off by talking about our high school friendship and our nicknames, which I was known as Sieves. Emily is known as...
I guess my nickname has evolved a lot, so now I'm Pap, but it was not that before. In high school, I was known as Nev, which is not very good, but it started as Forever because my Snapchat name ended in Forever, so they would call me Forever and then Par Nunca, because that's the Spanish name for it. They came up with it in Spanish, and then it became Nev. And then Neville Papperman, you know, from iCarly, which I did not like that one.
I feel like that one's probably the most fitting, though.
Yeah, Neville Papperman.
Why? I don't know. That one just sticks with me.
Yeah, that one's
it's
good.
Unique.
I think it's funny. And then, yeah, they shortened it to Papperman and then Pap. And now they sometimes call me Pap Smear, which might be the worst one.
I kind of like that one, too, though. It's kind of fitting for, like, adulting, you know?
Yeah, right?
I didn't even know what a Pap Smear was until a couple weeks ago.
They probably didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, they probably had no idea what it was.
They probably still don't know what it is,
They probably thought it was a spread, like a jam. That's what I thought it was for a long time.
Like a cream cheese spread?
No, I was thinking more of like a blueberry jam.
Oh.
I don't know. But anyways, if any of our friends from high school are listening to this, hey guys.
Hey Jalen, you're the one who made it up for me.
Jalen, Moss, who else do you think listens to these?
I don't know.
This is kind of your guys' shout out. I don't know if Brew listens.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey boys.
Hey boys. And girls, we miss you.
Well, we know they're listening. We don't have to say hi to them.
I know. So we became friends in high school, and now here we are. We went to college together, and Emily's visiting me for my birthday. So nice of her.
Woohoo! Happy. Are you 24?
Oh my gosh, you don't even know how old I am?
Oh, I was just making sure.
What kind of friend are you?
I just turned 23.
True, yeah. I was always older. But I got held back, though. So I was always older.
You did?
Not because I'm stupid.
Oh, just because... Oh, September 30th is the cutoff, isn't it?
Yeah, September 30th was like the cutoff, and my parents wanted me to be older rather than younger. And it ended up working out, because then I got my driver's license before everyone, and I was way cooler than all of you for an entire year.
Yeah, I didn't get my driver's license. I was like the last one, which sucked.
Emily's birthday is 4th of July. So next 4th of July, 2022, make sure that you say happy birthday to her.
Yeah, because it's my day, not America's.
Can you say that?
Yeah, I'm allowed. It's my birthday.
Okay, all right, that's allowed. No,
America can share it with me, but I come first. Let's just put it like that.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
Yeah,
so she's here for my birthday. We went to ACL. We went to my birthday party. And she's leaving tomorrow morning, and I'm really sad about it because all of my friends are leaving Austin, which is so messed up.
Yeah, that's so sad. But wait, should we rate our ACL experiences?
Oh, yeah. What did you think about ACL? You know I had a lot of choice words.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just rate each day. So Friday, we went to Miley only. I liked Miley. I think she was like probably the best performer there. So I would give that an 8 out of 10 only because...
What?
Well, I liked her the best, but I just we only went to one person.
Yeah, that's
true. So I'm
true.
rating the day in general as an 8 out of 10.
We went on Friday super late. But out of 10, I would rate it probably a 9.5. Mostly because there was no traffic to get there. The buses took us back right away. Miley was so good. I loved her outfit. Honestly, I think that her outfit might be what's inspiring me to give it such a high ranking.
It was the same color as this.
Yeah.
Actually.
She's literally matching us. That's what inspired this $10 wine or margarita. And she was just such a good performer. Also,
yeah, and I loved her little combos in the middle.
Yeah.
I loved what she was saying.
I feel like most of the other performers that we went to, they didn't host their show, you know what I mean? They just went on and they just did a set.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Billy kind of
did, but I feel like she was more just like you were saying when we were there. Like, she was just kind of like throwing things in there. But Miley was more like actually like giving us a therapy session. Yeah. And I feel like I really learned from her. I wanted to talk to her after the show.
I needed it too.
I know.
I got goosebumps and I'm like, is she talking to me? Who is she talking to?
I think she was talking to us.
She must have been.
Yeah.
So I would say Friday was definitely 9.5. That was my favorite day. And then Saturday
was my favorite day.
Yeah.
But that was because all the people I wanted to see were that day.
I know. Well, there were the most people performing that day, but it was also the busiest. And Emily went alone beginning of the day because I was busy recording and doing my own thing, and so
I wanted to go see Gracie Abrams, if anyone knows who that is. She's literally chef's kiss. But I had to see her, and that's like half the reason I bought the ticket. So I had to go by myself. I literally didn't care. I just like
how was that going? Before we started recording this, Emily said she's so scared about talking over me, and I'm like, don't worry about it. I talk over people all the time. I don't mean to. Look, I just did it again.
In regular conversation, I feel like it's totally fine, but I like just don't want people to think that we're like crazy. I don't know.
I just get so excited.
Though, so. I know, me too. But anyways, I thought it was fun going by myself. Honestly, I kind of liked it. Like
Were people looking at you weird? Were they like, why is this girl alone?
Well, when I was sitting at the Gracie concert, there was people that were like sitting at the same like as far back as I was, and they were just like watching someone. Like they weren't watching her. You know what I mean? So they were like watching me like record every single song and sing along to every single song, and they were like, are you like a big fan or something?
Fan behavior.
Yeah. So I was like fangirling in the back there. But I mean, they weren't like, there were so many people there by themselves, you know what I mean? Like there were so many people sitting around me alone. But yeah, and then I got some kimchi fries. Oh my god, they were so good. And a beer.
I tried it though, and I did not like the kimchi fries. I ate one bite and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna shit this out later. So I just didn't eat it.
Yeah.
I literally ate a chicken sandwich, but I ended up eating...
you had those chicken, the Asian chicken.
Oh no, that was yesterday. That was Sunday.
Oh.
So then I ended up meeting Emily later in the evening, and Billy was that night, Rufus was that night. We went to Jack Harlow. But honestly, when I got there, it was like I was so overstimulated because there's so many people. And I feel like everybody was on a completely different level than I was. And then I was just paranoid. And there was just so much going on. I felt like I couldn't actually enjoy it and like live in the moment, which I always talk about doing. And I feel like such a hypocrite for it. Yeah.
And I feel like it was just a really like stressful situation for you. But yeah, it felt pretty chaotic when we first got there, but then I kind of like relaxed and I like let it go. But I liked Jack Harlow. I liked Gracie.
I would say my advice is, I learned this from my friend Kennedy, who grew up in Austin. She went to ACL like so many times. To bring one of those book bags that has a Camelback with it, so you can fill it with water when you get there, because you can't bring anything in with you. And water is literally $8.
Yeah, I bought a lot of water on Saturday.
I know.
Like, I actually probably spent like $30 or $40.
I drank a lot of Liquid Death.
Yeah, the water there was called Liquid Death, which like is so misconstruing because I thought everyone in the park was getting like plastered. Like, I literally thought everyone was going hard as fuck, and then I find out it's water.
I kind of like it though. It's such good marketing.
I know,
because
really
you think that everyone's drinking.
You feel
and
cool
you're like,
drinking it. You're like, ooh, I'm drinking this drink, but it's
I know.
just actually.
I can't imagine having that in high school when I wasn't drinking and all of you guys were, and me like popping open a Liquid Death, and you guys were like, whoa, Jenna's cool now.
Whoa, Jenna's drinking off-brand Four Loko.
And then Saturday was fine. It took forever to get home. We walked so long. And
what would you rate it?
I don't know. I would say like honestly a 5. I really didn't enjoy it on Saturday.
I think I would rate Saturday the logistics of the day 4, but the actual day, like the people I saw, like 9.5.
I would give your outfit though an 11 out of 10.
Oh, I loved my outfit.
Emily looked like a literal mini Bratz doll. She had like the purple strand in her hair too. Did you post a picture?
Yeah, I did. If you guys want to see it, it's on my Instagram.
That would be so messed up if you went there in that outfit and you didn't take a picture.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking is, it actually doesn't really matter what you wear, like at all, because there's like hundreds of thousands of people there, and no one's looking at you. So if you want to be comfortable, you should be comfortable.
Well, I put so much pressure on trying to find an outfit, and then I didn't do any preparation beforehand. And we went there to go pick up our tickets on the first day. and everybody was wearing like Outdoor Voices dresses and just like
Lululemon shorts,
so casual. And I'm like, wait a second. I guess it really doesn't matter what you wear. And also, everybody's so drunk and just kind of like doing their own thing that no one's even really looking at your outfit.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely think the outfit is only for pictures.
Yeah, it was only for me, really. But I wanted to dress up so bad. I literally was like, this is the place that I have to look the coolest I've ever looked. For no reason.
Well, you looked awesome.
Well, thank you. That's so sweet of you.
So, I don't know. Saturday was definitely my least favorite day. And then Sunday. Yeah, Sunday was yesterday.
Sunday, there wasn't really anyone I like needed to see besides, we wanted to see Tate McRae, but we didn't make it in time.
Oh my gosh.
Crushing.
I was so mad.
I was so irritated.
Emily ran ahead of us. I was with Lily and Kennedy and another friend, and Emily ran in front of us thinking that she was going to get to the Tate McRae concert and
then
listen to all of it.
beat me in.
Yeah, but she ended early, and so we got to the very last song, and then everyone's walking towards me. I'm like, wait, what's the stampede? And then I realized that the set was already over.
I know. I went up to the bar, like, right next to the stage, and I was like, I bought something, I don't remember, but then I'm like, is she done? And she's like, yeah, she's done. I've noticed a lot of people ending early today. I'm like, literally what? Like, I actually left them and had to, like, find them for, like, 30 minutes. All to, like, get there even after them. Like, they saw more than I did.
Well, you always just run around on your own, too. You were in, like, a little playground, I feel like.
Yeah, I was in a playground. I felt pretty in my element on Saturday.
It was so weird being there, though, because I feel like I've been to Zilker Park so many times, but for whatever reason, being there, it felt like I was in Candyland or something.
Yeah, it was so interesting.
It was so crazy.
It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, it was okay, but it smells like cow manure everywhere you go, and I think that's maybe why I didn't feel that great, because that was a little offsetting on the stomach.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, ooh, it smells like cow manure, and there's like an Indian food truck, and there's like all this really like cultural food, and I'm like, I'm actually going to get sick, I think. I need something super subtle, so I ended up getting a chicken sandwich that day, and it was okay, but...
And the manure was right by the food. Which is just like, why'd you do that? Wait, you guys, on Saturday there was this like screamo band. I don't even know how to describe it, but like I was standing by the bathroom and they were playing in the background and I was like freaking out. Like I was about to cry. It was scaring me so much. I don't know why, but I was like literally like, Jenna, I need to come back over to you. Like I was like actually freaking out. I ran back over, like felt so relieved when I didn't have to hear. It was terrifying.
I kind of liked it, though.
I know,
the beat was kind of good. Well, first of all, Emily looked like she belonged to the concert. Like, she looked like she dressed up specifically to go to that concert. And it was under one of the smaller tents, too. So when she was over there with all of her people, you know, she just looked like one of them.
Yeah, it looked like I was supposed to be, like, bobbing my head hard AF.
No, not even bobbing your head, like, slamming
they were whipping that shit around.
Oh, my God.
That was... Yeah.
Sunday was a good day. Sunday was like chill. We went to Cautious Clay, love him. And then we went to Band of Horses. Did not know half of his songs, but it was good. And we got a suntan. I don't even remember
who else we went to.
I don't even know. And then then we went to Carol G.
I actually loved her.
Yeah, me too. I loved her too.
She was so cute.
I was like,
I wish I understood Spanish really bad.
Oh, me too. I heard like every other 20 words. I heard
siempre and I was like, always. That's all I know.
So I might be adding her to my Spotify playlist.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take up Spanish again. Maybe I'll download Duolingo.
That'd be a good ad. Duolingo.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
Wait, what's it called?
Duolingo. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sponsor Jenna.
I almost wish that I had like service so I could have looked up the words.
Yeah, or like videotaped her and translate.
And at least acted like I knew the words.
Well, Julianne was trying to translate. Kennedy was like, Julianne said she said that have a good night and be safe. I was like, did she really say that?
I don't know. I don't know if she was just messing around with us or we were just believing what she said. But
that's really funny.
And then we went to the silent disco, which was probably the highlight
of Sunday. Yeah, that was so fun. I did not expect to have so much fun. Like we were about to leave. Like we were like, should we really go in here? We're so tired. We were kind of DRUNK, if you know what I mean.
You can say that. You already swore earlier. We were drunk, you guys. We were drunk.
We were drunk as fuck. No, we weren't. We were not that drunk. But
drunk in a liquid death.
So we were getting tired. So we were like, should we even stay here? It was like people were like fighting each other to get in there. Like they were about to throw hands. So I was almost like, is this even worth it? And then we got in there and we were all like,
wow, it was worth it.
Yeah,
it was
that was so
worth
fun.
It.
Yeah.
It was fun. But also, I was a little bit concerned about putting on those headphones with everybody's ears on them. Well,
we got them first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But there was literally like the same amount of people that came in, still waiting to go in. Like, and they couldn't go in until like other people left and like took the headphones off.
Yeah, it was a great time. But when we walked past the silent disco the night before, I was like, they look so goofy in there. Like that looks so nerdy. I was totally knocking it until
Yeah.
I tried it. And I'm
Well,
like,
'cause
I
you-
want to do this every weekend, I think.
Yeah, because you're watching everyone, like, not listening to the music they're listening to, and they're all just, like, dancing and, like, woohoo, and, like, singing along to the songs. Like, all you can hear is toned-up people singing. It's like,
Maybe how funny would that be if I did, like, a Fun on Weekdays event and it was a silent disco?
yeah, that would be fun.
I kind of love that idea.
Yeah. Would you guys come?
Yeah, what do you think? Let me know. So, overall, Sunday, I would give it, I don't know, I'd give it, like, an 8 out of 10.
I would say like 7.5. It was just like my least favorite day in terms of like the actual artists, especially since I missed Tate. So yeah, I mean, I still had fun that day though. Like I still thought it was like a chill, fun day. I listened to some new music. I didn't know anyone that we saw on Sunday. I didn't know a single person.
Yeah, I knew them like so vaguely, and probably only because I listened to the Spotify playlist of ACL 2021, and I was trying to do my research before, but. Yeah, for the most part, we really didn't know anyone. I think that's kind of fun, though, to just be able to enjoy it.
No, I like that. My favorite thing about, like, listening to people is, like, singing along to the songs.
Yeah.
I just love that. So I feel like that's,
Well, that's why I liked Miley so much. She played 7 Things and some of her old songs and See You Again.
Yes.
I was not expecting that at all.
oh my God, I'm so glad she sang that song. I love that song. And also, she didn't sing Angels Like You. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Should we just sing it right now instead?
Yeah.
Angels like you can't fly down here with me.
You guys like that? You like my country twang?
You don't even need to go to the concert because you just listen to it right now.
I gave it to you right here.
Yeah, exactly. So overall, ACL was a good time. I don't know if I ever need to do a music festival again.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I need to do it
I
again.
might need to just go to like a single concert that I want to listen to.
Yeah, I would go again to dress up again, to wear some more outfits and post them on Instagram. But that's about it.
It was fun though. It was fun. And then I don't even know what else did we do this weekend. We had my birthday party on Thursday.
That was fun.
And just overall, what do you think about Austin though? Like, would you move here?
Yeah, I would move here. I just moved to New York. I don't know. Did you say that already?
I don't know if I said it in this podcast recording because we have recorded this a couple times.
8 to 12.
we just wanted it to be funny, and we were being really weird and awkward and nervous.
I was being weird and awkward and nervous.
No, it's okay, girl. Don't say that about yourself. So Emily just moved to New York City. And
yeah. So but I was kind of in my head, kind of deciding between here and there. I feel like because I came to Austin for New Year's this past year, or this
That
most
was so
recent
fun.
New Year's, and I had so much fun. Like I just felt like amazing here. I feel like my vibration was so high. So I don't know, I just had like a really big like urge to come here. But I think after being here, like I still really like it. And like of course I'll come back and like maybe in the future I'd move here, but I think I'm really excited to like explore New York and kind of see like who I've become in that city as opposed to here, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've always kind of been had a friend to rely on, and I like that I don't have, I guess, you there to like coach me through life, because she's my coach.
Put me in. Well, yeah, that's true too. But we lived in New York City together junior year because we both did our study away there. And I feel like our experience living in New York when we were in school was so different than what it is for you now.
Yeah.
Because now you're moving there, like,
and I'm actually moving
just completely
like, it's
alone.
not just like, hee, I'm going there for a couple months. Like, I live there now. And I have to deal with all the struggles of living in New York. And obviously all the positive things too. But I feel like moving in has been a really overwhelming experience that's made me see all the negative sides of New York real quick.
Yeah, well, I just think moving in general, because I just moved too, and I feel like every time, I don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stressful.
And why is it so stressful? I literally can't figure out why it's so stressful, but it's horrible.
I think it's honestly the expectation of like, oh, I'm moving, and you know that there's so much to do, but then there's not enough that you can prepare to do until you're actually there.
Yeah, you want to like plan out what you're gonna buy and what you're gonna do and like when you're gonna do it, but like you have to just go with the flow. And I feel like I have a hard time doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially with something like planning what my room's gonna look like.
Oh my God.
I have such high expectations. I literally need it to look like so perfect.
Well, I feel like your room will end up looking like one of those Urban Outfitters pictures. You know what I mean? With like the bed on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, Emily's room, so you're living in Bushwick.
Yeah. It's in Brooklyn. So like, I mean, maybe like 20 minutes from the city.
Yeah. But how do you feel about New York since like that you're now actually living there?
Yeah. So when we went there in college, I lived like 2 stops further into Brooklyn. So now I live in like more of like it's actually a neighborhood. Like, I didn't really live in a neighborhood where I could, like, go to a coffee shop or, like, go grocery shopping. Like, I had to go, like, all the way into the city to, like, get somewhere or, like, get even dinner. Like, there was, like, Popeyes by me. You know what I mean?
Yum!
Yeah. So,
Kennedy would love that. Kennedy Urick loves Popeyes.
Does she?
Yes.
I've only had it one time.
I've never had it.
It was just really spicy.
Really?
Do you like spicy?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I got the wrong sauce, though. I hear there's a different sauce. And I'm really into orange sauces. And I hear they have a different orange sauce that I didn't get. So I might have to try it again. I might have to give them the benefit of the doubt. But,
yeah, your first place in Bushwick was just kind of, like, right off the subway. And the only thing that was over there was a really weird grocery store. And
no,
it
was like,
nothing there.
It was, like, 8 minutes from the subway. So, like, my apartment now is, like, 2 minutes. Like, it's literally 1 block. And I feel like that's, like, half the reason why I really like the location of my apartment, because I can actually just, like...
Yeah, it's cute over there.
Yeah, I actually like it. And there's a little grocery store. There's, like, a pizza place. I just got a serving job, like, around the corner. It's, like, 2 blocks, I think. Maybe 3. It's, like, a falafel restaurant or Mediterranean or something. But the food's actually amazing, which I didn't even know I like Mediterranean food. But
wait, what's it called so people can go there?
Queen restaurant.
Queen, it's fitting that you work there then.
I know, I'm such a queen.
Wait, I also want you to talk about that though, because you don't have like a full-time job and you just moved to a city, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
Is like putting so much stress on trying to find the right job. And we had this whole conversation the other day. I feel like Emily and I struggle with the fact that we have so many good conversations that after we have it, we're like, shoot, we should have been recording that entire thing. Because we talked so much the other day about how like, well, Emily wasn't even going to come here to begin with. She was like debating whether she wanted to come to Austin or not because, well, you don't have a job right now, and you're like, should I come or should I not come? I don't really have the money. And I'm like, yeah, but once you do eventually get a full-time job, you're not going to be able to just take off work all the time and go visit your friends whenever you want.
That, almost convinced me, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I just reconvince you right there whenever you said it?
No, well, after coming here, I feel like, first of all, it, solidified that I know I wanted to move to New York, so that really helped me. And it also just, I just had a lot of fun, so I'm glad I came. But, and I didn't really spend that much money as I thought I would. I didn't have to pay for flights anymore. I didn't have to pay for my ticket. Mm-hmm. I stayed here with you, so, but what was the question that you asked me? I actually, cannot remember.
I asked you about what it's like to move to a new city and just not have a job yet.
Okay, so it's actually funny. So my mom, I was on the phone with her. She lives in Arizona, so we're, however many hours apart. So I can't talk to her that often, but so she calls me and she's, giving me advice on, what I should do. And I'm like, I just want to, pick up and leave because I feel like I had a really big complex about, not coming home after college. I thought that I saw that as failure, which is in hindsight that's not failure at all. If you need to go home after school, or if you feel like you that doesn't mean you succeeded. You have so much more time in your life to succeed still. That does not mean anything. But I feel like I went home and I was like, I want to get out of here. I need to leave so bad. I feel so trapped here. I feel stuck. I feel like I'm doing nothing with my life while I'm watching everyone else have a job and do everything they want to do. And she's like, well, just pick up and leave. Just do it then. Just go to New York. Just move there. You know you want to go there. Why don't you just go? Get a bartending job. I'm like, I don't know if I'm really the person that does that kind of thing. I don't know if I have the balls to do it. And then I did it 2 weeks later. I was just like, oh,
well,
okay,
I feel like
wait. It's actually not that hard.
Yeah, I feel like it's so easy too though to compare yourself to what your friends are doing too, and then just other people that you went to school with to just see what they're doing with their career, and they got their dream job, and you can see that, and then you're like, oh, I feel like I'm so far behind. People will say all the time, I just feel like you've accomplished so much more, and I'm so far behind in life at your age, and I'm like, I just don't think that that's true. You can't compare yourself at all, because that moment will eventually come. But I think a lot of people kind of struggle with that.
Yeah, well, I was telling my mom on the phone that same day. I was like, I just watched Jenna. She's having so much fun. She's doing exactly what she wanted to do. She told me on weekdays. I was like, she already feels like she accomplished what she wanted to accomplish. She needs to move on to her next goal, and I don't even have my first goal accomplished. And she's like, Emily, you cannot compare yourself like that. That is not how it works, and you just can't do that. It just sets you back even more. So, well,
I think also too that's your perception of me as well. Because hearing you say that, I'm like, I don't feel that way, because I don't feel where I would want to be at. But I think from the outside, it's
really
just
further than I am. You know what I mean? And that's really all it is. And I don't even.
Yeah, but you also went to. So Emily went. She did a 5th year to get her MBA, which I think was so smart, because I mean, we were just in COVID, so it's not like people were really hiring anyways. So you just did something to like further yourself for potentially a better job, you know? What does your cover letter say?
It says, I don't know if I'm going to be able to say it as professionally as I said it in the letter.
That's okay.
But I said, during that year, I decided to take that time and further myself as an asset and how I can contribute to your company. And they don't care. They just don't want to hire me.
Someone will eventually want to hire you, I swear.
No, I know. Eventually.
It'll come along. But I think also, too, when you were still in school and, like, a lot of our friends were traveling, like, one of our other best friends from high school, Tessa, girl, if you're listening.
Hey, sis.
She just went to Spain for a few months, and I feel like even I was watching her, and I'm like, wow, she's doing all these things that, like, I wish I could do. And it's literally just a matter of, like, comparing yourself and where you're at to other people. But then I was like, well, if I want to do that, then I could do that. The only person that's stopping me is literally myself.
Yeah.
So I think once you realize that, then you can kind of, like, be your own self-motivation sometimes. Or, like, also maybe you need a little kick in the butt. Maybe you need someone to tell you, like,
you're not, you need to move forward. Well, I also think that, like, I know Tessa, like, she had so much fun there, of course, like, traveling the world, but I also think she had a little bit of a harder time, like, harder than she did when she also studied abroad in Thailand, so she was like, I was expecting it to be the same, and it just wasn't. Mm-hmm. And I think that's also, like, the grass is kind of greener. Like, you can see something as, like,
always
amazing, and, like, you're watching her take all these cool pictures, but she actually was, like, struggling a little bit there. Like, she didn't like her job, and, like, whatever.
I think all the time we look at people who work at these, like, cool companies, which I talk about Love Shack Fancy all the time, and maybe one of these days I'll do a podcast just specifically about internships. But I think that you see, like, a really cool company and you just assume that it's a really good job, but then you don't even understand, like, it's actually not that great. Like, I would probably be happier with, like, a waitressing job, and even though it's not traditional or standard, like, I think that we grew up with our, not just, like, our parents, but just people in general. Yeah, like, you're made out to believe that, you know, you're not going to be, like, successful if you're not working for your dream company or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you have this idea in your head that once you work for your dream company,
that's success.
That's going to be your dream job. Whereas you could work for a company that's, like, maybe not that glamorous. It's not something you thought that you would like, the brand itself or something, and then you actually end up loving the job.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we just, like, especially in the fashion industry, I think it's really hard because you want to work for a company that you like the clothes of, or you like whatever they make, and you get so twisted up in it, but you actually have no idea what the actual company culture is like, and you chase a brand that, like, is basically the same as chasing the idea of a person.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I do that way too much.
Yeah, me too. I love chasing the idea of a person. I'm obsessed with it. Come on, try to live up to the expectation I have in my head of you.
You'll never do it.
You won't do it.
And I'll be disappointed, but try to do it anyway.
And I'll cry every day about it.
No, you've been good this week.
I know. No, I haven't cried in a while.
Yeah. I don't think... No. What am I saying? I literally cried the other day. I don't know what we're talking about.
2 days ago.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so... one thing that Emily and I do all the time to, like, stay in touch is, I mean, we FaceTime all the time. Obviously, like, as we get older, our relationship and friendship dynamic has changed so much. Like, in high school, obviously, we're just kids. Like, we were part of the same friend group. We were best friends, but you did gymnastics. You kind of had, like, your own group of friends, whatever. It was just, like, a naive friendship, whatever. Well,
I mean, you're young in general. Like, you just aren't grown at all. Yeah. You don't know how to handle relationships at all.
Yeah. And then we went to college, and I joined a sorority freshman year. Emily didn't. And I feel like we had the most toxic friendship.
Yeah, so we were constantly in competition with each other, and I feel like we, hold on, I gotta get a little closer. We just were, I don't know, we were just always, like, secretly, like, passive-aggressive, so passive-aggressive.
We were secretly always jealous of each other because we were both insecure, and then we both took it out on each other. And then that, like, totally drove a wedge in between our friendship, and we were so toxic.
Yeah, like, we were both just saying earlier today that, like, that period of our lives was, like, the most insecure and, like, least strong sense of self, I guess, or self-worth that we've, like, ever experienced. And I think that was just really hard to be in a friendship that you kind of, like, grew up with. And then we were both trying to grow out of, like, the person that we were in high school and, like, move forward. But it was hard to do being in a friendship that we had from the past.
Yeah, I agree. And also, everybody has that one toxic friend that, like, everything that they say is just kind of passive aggressive, and then it gets under your skin, but you aren't in, like, a great place with them that you feel like you can have a conversation with them. Yeah. So then you just end up talking shit about them to your other friends, which puts your other friends in a bad position because they're like, oh, I don't want to, like, insert myself and then get involved.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like now
it just
we
puts
talk to each
everyone
other.
in an awkward position.
There's nothing.
Yeah, now we're very. I mean, we've been straightforward pretty much our whole friendship, but then during that time, I think we just got to a really low point with ourselves that like it kind of took us away from that like honesty with each other and transparency. Yeah. So. Yeah. But
now we're mature. But I think a lot of it too was because so a lot of people that listen to my podcast are like in college or in high school or like maybe getting out of college and going through similar things. But when I joined a sorority and you didn't, I think that's literally what started it all.
Yeah.
And because I was going through a breakup and like that was the lowest point of my freshman year, I lost a lot of weight. I was like so insecure, but also I was like feeding off of the validation. So you think I'm skinny? Yeah. So you think I'm skinny? Kind of want to get my heart broken again. What?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait.
No, I'm just kidding. And then I don't know, just like silly things. I would go to socials or I would make new friends and then like you would want to come and then I would be really selfish and not want you to come because I'm like, these are my friends. Like I want to have my own life. And because we went to high school together, I didn't want to share so much of my life with you.
I'm like, that's totally fair. Like,
yeah.
I agree, you know?
But now we can be mature and look back at it and be like, wow, we were actually not good to each other. You know?
Yeah. And I also like, I just kind of like was jealous of you. Like I was literally just like, it's not that I wanted to be in the sorority, it's that I wanted to want to.
Yeah.
So it was like watching you like feel so much fulfillment and like structure and satisfaction from like making all these friends and doing all these things. I wanted to find my place the way that you found it. And that just like wasn't it for me. And it never was. Like I joined one the next year and it still didn't.
I still think that was your perception though, because you kept thinking that like I got all this fulfillment from being in it, but in reality like I didn't, because I was so insecure that like I was leaning on that to make me feel better, but at the end of the day I still like had a void.
Yeah.
And that void ended up being like a projection onto our friendship, and that's why we were just like not good to each other at all. Yeah. And then we resented each other a little bit for like a while. And when we lived in New York City together, she lived in Bushwick and I lived downtown, or not even downtown. What's that called? Midtown. And like you would go and do things with like your friends in Bushwick or people who lived closer to you. And I was like,
I remember being mean about it. Like in my own head, I remember being like,
I thought you were mean too, but then I was like, is she being mean? I don't know. Like,
I was.
But then I felt annoying when I wanted to tag along.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, that was just,
it was almost like roles were reversed. Like you had your people in New York City and I didn't really have anyone there, and I hated my experience in New York. Like I will never move to New York City. Oh my God. I shared a bedroom probably a foot apart from the girl. She was a random girl that I met through school. She was going to Kent State's program, but she was from like Rhode Island or something.
Facebook or something?
Yeah, I don't even know how I got connected to her, but we shared a bedroom. We were a foot apart, and then we shared a bathroom with two other girls. And I don't know, just New York was not what I was expecting it to be at all, and I was really homesick. I left a couple times, and I felt like Emily was my only person that like kind of kept me grounded there. And when I saw her going out and having so much fun and loving New York City, I was like, now looking back,
that's so weird. That's literally how I was freshman year.
Yeah.
Like I was like, she's my friend here, and this is the only person I can like lean on. But like, she's having so much fun on her own, and I feel annoying tagging along. That's
I just had a revelation right now.
Me too.
That it's probably the same feeling that you had, which is so weird.
That is so weird.
And then senior year, I think that we just talked it out at one point. Well, because so what happened with senior year was I ended up being director of recruitment, and I saw how recruitment works with like how people get cut off or whatever.
And we didn't even say that.
Yeah. Well, so Emily went through recruitment sophomore year.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to be in obviously the same one as my bestie over here. And she was like an assistant, right? Assistant recruitment or something?
I was assistant director of recruitment sophomore year. And
so I was under the impression, since I had never been in one, that like she had a voice and like was able to like dictate whether I got in it or not. Whatever. Long story short was that I didn't get in it, and I kind of blamed her for it. Mm-hmm. And then
when in reality I had nothing to do with it. Like I genuinely just helped set things up and like helped with organization.
She was literally
stuff,
like did the bitch work.
I didn't even get to sit in the room to have a say of like who got called back. So I didn't even know how recruitment worked. And then senior year, when I was director of recruitment and we had like our ELC and everything, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. Alpha Phi Internationals, don't come for me. But basically, when I saw the back room of like how we determine how girls get asked back or not, it doesn't matter if you love the P&M like so much. She could be your favorite girl you talk to all day, but if you skim through her social media and she has like pictures of any type of alcohol or anything super suggestive that looks like it could potentially be a threat to like the sorority or a risk,
me,
then like they get cut off. And so sophomore year, I remember someone said that like Emily got flagged, but I was never told why because it's always so secretive. And obviously, like, they know we're friends, so they didn't want me to tell you anything. And so when I told you that, like, Emily just didn't believe me.
I was just like, no, she's just, like, being mean. She just didn't want... Because she had also told me, like, the semester before that she didn't want me in it.
Yeah.
But, like...
And I really meant it from a place of, like,
No, yeah, we both understand. But, like, yeah, basically it was just, like... I had too much evidence, you know? But I was like, no, like, I cracked the code. Like, this is why. And I didn't want it to be about me. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be someone else's fault that, like, I didn't get the thing that I wanted while all my other friends did.
Yeah, it's always so much easier to blame someone else.
Yeah.
Especially when you have people telling you, like, oh, this happened, you know?
Yeah.
So it's easy to
we had some
believe
I had
people.
some little birdies in my ear.
So then senior year... I was telling Emily about all this, and then we went through Emily's Visco, and turns out this girl literally has a cooler full of Mike's Hard at Blossom Music Center, senior year of high school on there.
16.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's so obvious now. Like, that's why
way more than that. It wasn't just that. There's like pictures of me chugging Malibu. Like, there's a lot of stuff on there.
Loved Malibu in high school. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
loved Mally.
Our girls group would get each other a bottle of Malibu for each other's graduation parties. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was so cute when we did
that.
I know.
We did like little baskets. And I remember sitting on the floor in Tessa's bedroom and we were all like taking pictures with the bottle. We thought we were so cool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we thought we were so cool. Well, I have a picture of me chugging on my Visco.
Yeah.
And the bottle cap is closed. Like, I'm not actually chugging it. It's just a picture, like, I'm trying to front. It's just, like, so embarrassing. Worse than if I just, like, was actually chugging. But... No, for gas station alcohol.
Yeah, actually. Isn't there like multiple kinds of Malibu though? There's like some that you can get at the gas station, and there's some that you can get in like a liquor store. Yeah, I think the one in the liquor store is a higher percentage. Oh. I might be lying.
I feel like you're lying.
I think I might have just put that on my butt.
I think you did.
I have no idea.
Put it back in.
Okay, here you go. No. So that was senior year. We kind of like talked it over or whatever, and then we eventually were like, that was so stupid of us.
And then we were like, oh wait, we can be friends.
It was actually not my fault at all, but I think you needed to see that in order to like just put it in the past. And
I mean, we tried to like put it in the past before, like I guess we had that revelation, but like I literally couldn't let it go. Like I actually couldn't. In my own head, like in the back of my head, I was just like, no, I'm not letting it. I couldn't.
There's always that one friend though that you always just like, you have a gut instinct about them, and I don't know. You know what I mean?
I just think we weren't
something is like schemy a little bit. Yeah. And until we actually talked it through, then we were like, oh, we're so silly. Like we were both.
And our friendship has never been better.
Yeah. And now we're besties. Now she's here with me.
Cheers to healed friendships.
Again with the shitty glasses. And then now, I mean, I would say we talk pretty frequently. Yeah. Pretty frequently. I talk
to you like the most out of the girls from home.
Oh, thank you. Am I your favorite?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. If you guys are listening, she's not lying, right?
Abby, Brenna, I'm just kidding. Tessa, I'm kidding. I swear.
Jesse, don't forget about
Jesse. I love you. No, I like all of them the same. I like all of you guys for different reasons.
Yeah, I agree. I think also another thing too is keeping friendships from high school is so hard unless you're like really actually good friends with them because I mean all of our girlfriends, I would still say we don't even have to talk often at all, and I still feel like I know them so well. Yeah. You know? No, and those all still be in my wedding, even if I haven't talked to them in like 6 months. Because we're all just so busy. When you get older, like, everybody's doing their own things, and then you blink your eyes, and it's like the holidays again. Yeah. And you're like,
well, and I also don't think a friendship is defined by, like, how often you talk to them. I think it's more defined by, like, just, like, I know that these girls are my girls. Yeah. So when I go home, I'm like, hey, what are we doing? And they're like, oh my god, you're here? Okay, let's do something. You know, and it's not like anything crazy, and it's like we pick up right where we left off.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a true indication of like if you're actually good lifelong friends.
Yeah. The guys in our friend group at home used to tell us that we were fake friends. They used to say that we were liars, that we didn't like each other.
Yeah, all throughout high school, they were all so sure that we all hated each other.
They were wrong.
Yeah, look at us now, you guys.
We are now. We're all still best friends. So...
Are we just saying that so we can like...
And if you're listening, text me and apologize. I actually mean that. I'm expecting one.
So where I was going with that after we just started that like a whole tangent was one of the ways that we like still keep in touch is I call Emily probably every like 2 days to have her read my cards. And this is kind of like our little fun on weekdays activity because I call her like pretty much all the time. Literally, whenever I'm going through something, I'm like, I need to know what the cards say. So Emily got into tarot card reading.
Cards, yeah.
Is it tarot or tarot?
I think it's tarot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about how'd you get into that? I feel like it's so weird. You always gave off witch energy.
I know. Well, that's
You've always
so
been
fun.
like
I
the
love that
yogi.
you say that. Well, my mom loves yoga. But I basically just started getting into it during COVID. Like me and all my roommates in college were like, I guess we were seeing them on like TikTok. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I love those.
If
TikToks.
you have a crush on a boy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and it's like, stop scrolling. This card was meant for you, and it's like they are thinking about you.
And I'm like, oh my god, they are.
Claim.
I claim this. But I think I saw that and I was like, oh wait, like I think this kind of interests me. So I ordered some on Amazon like right when COVID started. It was like May or something, like March even maybe. I don't remember, but I ordered them and I got a deck and I just kind of started to like learn them. I ordered like a book too, and then I find out like after a couple months, like actually like understood the cards and like knew what was going on. My deck was like just it had like 3 of the same card or like missing some other cards, and I'm like, oh crap. So I think I ended up ordering like some more, and then I actually got like really into it because oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, so I learned for like the past I guess year now. Like how long has it been since like March
I don't
of
know.
COVID?
I don't know how long I've been getting my cards read.
I think it's been like a year and a half, I guess. So I have this podcast that I listen to, and
What is it?
It's called Between the Worlds.
Okay. You guys are looking for a new podcast.
Well, if you like tarot, I think you like enjoy it if you like.
Do you listen to other podcasts, by the way? Just curious.
Yeah, I listen to yours. I listen to Emma Chamberlain. I have to listen to my girls.
Thanks.
Sometimes I go on like TikTok and I watch like her most recent videos, and then I go on the podcast and I'm like, oh, I'll listen to her podcast, and then like I'll talk to her on the phone, and I'm like, okay, I've had so much Jenna today, like literally so much Jenna.
Well, I honestly don't even expect like really. Well, it's nice. Because I like,
I'm just trying to
I like
support.
knowing that people are supporting me, but also at the same time, it's like you hear probably all of this all the time from me anyways. So
yeah, like she'll tell me a story
minutes,
and then I listen to the story again.
Yeah, and I feel like it's funny because you know like the actual story, and then sometimes I twist it a little bit, fabricate it a little bit. But I cut you off. I don't even know what we were talking about.
I don't either.
Well, anyways, what I was gonna have her do is when I was in New York City, we saw a psychic, and we were gonna get our cards read, or she was gonna read my palm or whatever. Do you know how to do that? Oh, wait, I remember what we were talking about. We were talking about podcasts, like what podcasts you listen to.
Oh, yeah. So I listened to you, Emma Chamberlain, of course. I love Emma Chamberlain. I love her so much. She's so cute.
I know.
I wish I was her. I actually wish I was friends with her. And then I also listened to this Between the Worlds one, and I feel like that's about it, actually. What do you listen to?
I feel really guilty for saying this, but like I don't listen to podcasts.
You don't?
No, I don't. I feel like I honestly just don't really have time. Like I listen to my own to make sure that I like it and I'm proud of it. But other than that, when I go to the gym, well now I'm usually going like to the gym with someone.
Yeah.
And then I like don't listen to music. Or I'm going to a workout class and I'm not listening to music.
Yeah.
So the only time I ever really listen to anything is in the car or if I'm going for a walk. And I don't know.
See, I would listen to it if I was going for a walk, but I don't work out, so I don't listen to music.
You don't have to work out. It's so annoying.
Yeah, sorry. I take Adderall instead. Just kidding.
Oh my god. She's not kidding.
No, I do take it, but that I haven't taken it in like a month, so like that is not how I keep my weight stable.
She's just skinny.
I just got lucky. My mommy gave me good stuff. Anyways,
I was gonna get my cards read, and then it ended up being like $100. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. No. I have a friend who does it for
you have
free.
Me right over here.
So the card reading itself was like $50, and then the soulmate reading was $150. And I'm like, why pay $150 when we and a lot of you guys on TikTok were like, no, do it, because they wanted you want some clarity. Oh, you guys, I want it too.
What do you guys want to know?
So
I know you want to know. Don't worry.
We're gonna have Emily read my cards. Okay. I feel like that's fun. No?
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah, I know. I love that. But I have to go get them.
Oh, okay. Go get it.
Hard. Remember that?
Yeah. So we're going to pause this right now. She's going to go get them. She's going to pull them out. And then once they're all pulled out, she's going to give me a brief synopsis of what it all means.
Oh, good idea. We're back.
Wow, you like chugged that in between.
No, I didn't. I chugged it during. You'll see.
Okay.
Okay, so we just finished shuffling her cards. And what I like to do when I'm doing it is just to like let them fly out. Some people, I think, pick from the top or like shuffle and then pick off the top. But
when they fly out, it tells you. I think yes.
Yeah, I like when they fly out. It makes me feel like really validated.
Makes me feel like I have a lot of energy. I'm like,
yeah, they're like, we need to tell you this right now. Okay, so first card we have is the 10 of Pentacles, which is financial success, career success.
I like that.
We already knew.
Well, I like the financial part.
Yeah, we love that.
When's that going to come to me?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I hope soon.
And then we have the Death card, which is, I think,
Oh.
so, yeah. Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure, actually. No, I don't. So the Death card, I feel like, has a really negative connotation, like, but it's actually not. No, like, it has a stigma, but it's not actually a bad card. So it's really just about, like, change and transition. So things that, like, you don't need anymore or that, like, are keeping you from moving forward are going to be released soon.
Oh, perfect. I'm so excited to let go of them.
Yeah, let them go, sis.
Okay.
It's time.
They're gone.
Okay, then we have the Temperance card. And Temperance is about healing and, like, kind of manipulating your own perception of life and, like, feelings to kind of help guide you, I guess.
I like that.
And move forward in a way that's, like, more healed and more in a positive light without thinking so much, like, you know, with your ego or, like, trying to...
I have a hard time doing that.
Yeah. The ego's tough. We all got it. Then we have the Empress, my fave card. Ooh. She's my favorite. Let's just show the video really quick. Look how cute she is. She's so pretty.
Baddie.
Okay, baddie. So she is just about, like, that receptive energy, Sieves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
We'll get into the Sieves story right after this.
Yeah. So she's just about, like, having a really receptive energy. She's very, very giving. Like, she loves to just, like, she's healed in the sense that she's not scared to love, I guess you could say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get into that.
Yeah. So then we just, like, have a lot of passion and emotional capacity coming towards you. A lot of, like, attention to your work and, like, having the ability to master your, like, the things that you want to go towards, like, achieve your goals. And then, you guys, this is what you're all waiting for.
Is this the climax?
This is the climax. Ugh. These two. This is the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords.
Oh.
So this is maybe, like, a Libra or, like, a Gemini or Aquarius, and this is, like, maybe a Libra. And then we have the Four of Wands, and this is about, like, just, like, such good unity, such positive love, like, just really good energy, a lot of harmony.
Okay.
A lot of...
You want to get a harmony really quick?
I was soprano, Jenna was alto. I was always jealous of her.
No, I was always jealous of you. You got to sing the soprano on Waka Waka in 7th grade.
I did get to sing this. I was happy about that, actually.
I was so mad.
Yeah, but there was one song that I was really jealous of. 125,600. I like your part for that better than mine.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, so Jenna's just got, like, a lot of financial success, a lot of, like, emotional abundance coming towards her.
That's awesome for me.
I wonder who that's going to come from.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Probably myself, because I don't know. Is he in another room? Is he listening?
Is it you or
no,
I don't know. All right.
Okay, we love that tarot card reading. I just saved $150.
Wait, you guys, the last time we tried to record this, I tried to do one for, like, the world. It was, like, really scary and really, like, just, like...
The first time that we recorded the podcast, we were like, let's just make it really general to everyone, you know? And then she read the cards on it. Yeah, and all of the cards were like death. And they were all so negative.
Heartbreak, loss.
I'm like, I don't think that's what people need to hear right now. I don't think that's what anybody comes to listen to my podcast for. So maybe we should just focus it on my love life, I guess, since people are very invested in that, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then going back to the Sieves story, and then we're going to end it there, because we have a really long day tomorrow. Emily's flying back to New York, which I'm so sad about. And I'm starting to drive to LA.
But you guys, guess what? I get to be friends with Lily now. And Jenna doesn't.
I'm so mad about it, actually. Like, I really hope that doesn't make me jealous, because...
No, you're just going to be so excited that we're friends, and then when you come visit us, we can, like, all play together.
But then what if you guys get closer than I am with both of you? I don't like that.
Then maybe that's what was meant to happen.
Don't ever forget about me.
I will never forget about you.
Thanks, sister.
How could I ever? We've gone through too much.
I know. So true. So the story about Sieves, which was my high school nickname, this is actually really funny. So you weren't in this class.
No.
But basically there was this class in our high school called communications, and I don't even know what we did in the class. We pretty much just bullshit, and, like...
It was pretty much like the class for, like a fun class, like, that you got to go to and, like, be friends with the fun teacher. And,
it was like student council.
Yeah.
You got to do stuff for the campus, whatever. And so one of the exercises that we did in that class was you draw things when she says it to, and then at the very end, the teacher did, like, a...
Like, tells you what each thing means, like, what you what you drew.
So it started with draw a horse, and then draw a person, and then draw the setting, draw food, whatever it was. And then you draw this picture, and at the very end, she tells you what every single thing means. So I drew a horse, and then the person I drew riding the horse. And apparently everybody else in the class drew the person next to the horse. And what that meant was if the person is standing next to the horse or it's not on it, then you're a giver. And if the person is on the horse, then you're a receiver. And so then everyone's like, oh, receiver, receiver. And then that turned into Siever, and then that turned into Sieves. So Sieves kind of became like my nickname. And it's
and
such
then you started working at UTs, and then they started calling her Universe of Sieves.
Yeah, and now just...
That's so good. I still love that.
I know. And Sieves just gets integrated into like everything I do
Yeah.
now with our guy friends from high school, and I literally love it. But
Yeah.
at the time, I hated it so much.
Yeah.
So whenever people ask me like, what's your nickname? And I want to say like Jen or Jen Pal or like Genevieve. I would love to say that my nickname is Genevieve. Nobody calls me that. Or Jenny.
It's her long name.
Yeah. I'm really
Her
trying
Jonathan name.
I'm really,
Nicholas name.
I'm really trying to rebrand with the Genevieve. It's just not sticking, I guess. So
No.
that's where Sieves comes from. And there's this other exercise that Emily learned from TikTok that
Yeah,
we
I
want
have
to share
no
with
idea
you.
like who it was, but it's so fun. So we're gonna do it real quick.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna let you guys go.
Okay, so start off.
Okay. So Jenna already did this today, but we can. You want to answer like anyways?
Yeah, so these were my answers earlier. This is what I said. So
Okay. So first thing is, and you have to do the first answer that pops into your head. Like, don't overthink it. Don't question it. Just the first thing that pops into your head. Get in that mindset right now. Okay, ready, everyone? Okay. So you're walking through the woods. Who are you walking with? Like, who's next to you?
Connor.
Okay. Then you go up to some animal. Like, an animal pops up. Like, what kind of animal is it? And, like, what do you do when you see it?
It's a monkey, and it's a little one of the cute ones, and it's like dangling on my head. And I take a cute Instagram picture too while I'm there. You know, I'm not going on a hike just to sweat.
Yeah, right.
Gotta get a good pic in the forest, you know?
Yeah, what's the point of doing anything if you didn't take a picture?
So
I'm just
true.
kidding. No, I don't feel that way.
Or do we? No.
Yeah.
Next one.
What? Oh, okay. Next one is then you keep walking. You're still with your person. You walk up to some house. How big is it? Is there a fence? What's it look like? Kind of try to picture it in your head.
It's like a rustic, chic farmhouse. It's big, it's modern, and it's very much Chip and Joanna Gaines vibes.
And do you have a fence?
There's no fence, but the area around it is all cleared out, so it looks pristine.
Okay. And then you go inside the house and you turn to the right and you see the dining room. And like there's this big huge table. Like what's on the table? What's in the room? What's the room look like?
Yeah, so I said that there's a bowl of all of those like dried out acorns and pine cones.
Like potpourri.
Yeah, literal potpourri. I almost thought you said poopery.
Poop.
And I'm like, yeah, it's just a huge bowl of potpourri.
The spray that you spray
Yeah.
after you poop.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually hear you're supposed to spray that before you poop. Okay, anyways.
Oh no, I heard that too.
Yeah.
I
I don't
okay.
poop, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
know,
I don't
but-
either. I'm too pretty for that.
Yeah, me too. Okay, anyways. So then you go upstairs and there's like a cup sitting on the floor and you're like, what is this cup doing here? What kind of material is it made out of? What's in it?
Well, it's a glass of milk. It's whole milk, so I didn't drink it because I don't drink dairy. Only oat milk.
Yeah. Yum.
Or almond milk.
Yeah. Okay, and then you go outside and there's like this body of water. Is it a puddle? Is it a lake? Is it a pond? Is it a pool? What is it? Like what's it look like?
It's a pool, but it's abandoned and it's green and it's mossy and it's got mold in there. Because it's like this really nice house that people just they
like they
abandoned
haven't
the
been
house.
there in a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was foreclosed on.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
this market, it's kind of
yeah, it's been on Zillow for weeks. They actually just went down on the price a little bit. Did
They
you
did?
hear?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, check it on the app.
Okay, I totally will. Anyways, so then you have to get across the water somehow. What do you do? Do you walk around it? Do you go through it? Do you swim? Do you take a boat? Like, what do you do?
Well, I'm obviously jumping on the diving board across.
Yeah,
It
there's no other way to do it.
Well, it'd be really silly if
Yeah.
I like walked around it or something.
Right.
When there's a diving board right there. Right. Asking me to jump on it.
Okay.
So, Jenna, jump on me.
Jenna.
I know as soon as you said that, you're like, why did I say that?
Yeah, literally, exactly. As soon as I said the second Jenna, I was like, that was weird. Okay, so that's the end of it. But now I'll tell you what they each mean. So the person that you're walking with is the most important person to you right now. Wait, what? Huh? And then the type of animal and like how you react to it is like the size of your stress right now and how you react to your stress.
Okay. So I take pictures with my stress. I'm like,
yeah. She's
I'm
like, let
so
me
much
just
fun.
totally embrace it. I think stress is fun. That's literally what she thinks.
Yeah, I'm like, I love stress. Please give me more.
Woohoo! And then the size of the house is kind of like the size of your ambition or like how you, I think, measure success. And if you have a fence, that means you're maybe a little more closed-minded. And if you don't have a fence, then you're open-minded.
Not me. I could never be closed-minded.
Not me.
Wide
I
open.
didn't have a fence either.
Perfect.
And then your dining room table is how fulfilled you feel right now.
Lots of poopery in there.
Yeah. And then your cup, like the material of the cup and like what's in it is like how you see the relationship that you're in right now, like how you define it.
Oh, what do you think whole milk means?
I think maybe like fulfilling.
Okay. Or
Thick.
like
Chunky.
or upsetting your stomach a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
or
maybe you're a little uneasy.
Or disgusting.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I love dairy.
Yummy.
Someone else's milk. Okay. And then the size of your body of water is the size of your sex drive.
Well, it's a huge pool. I didn't, it's an Olympic-sized pool.
It's just abandoned.
I didn't tell you how big it was. I just said it's abandoned.
Yeah.
It might even be a community swimming pool. You have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all up here.
Yep.
And then how you get across it is like how much you like immerse yourself in your sex life or how much you like how uninhibited I guess you can be.
Interesting.
Sexually.
What do you think a diving board means?
Jump right in.
Okay.
You're like
I'm jumping right in. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'm in the deep end too.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, well I hope you guys followed along with that little activity. Hope you learned a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I hope you thought it was fun. Maybe if you guys know who the girl was that made the TikTok about it. It was a long time ago, but
yeah. Well, now I feel like I have a duty to go and find her and credit her.
yeah, it was like so long ago, but
we're going to wrap things up, and we obviously cannot end this episode without asking Emily the very important question that I ask every single person. Emily, what is your fun weekday activity that you recommend everybody does this week?
Okay, so my fun and weekday thing is maybe go to yoga or maybe do it at home. There's like so many online videos on YouTube. Like if you don't want to pay for a class or something, I know it can be expensive.
Yoga
just
is kind of expensive, actually.
Yeah, I know. It can be like $20 a class, which is kind of insane. But they also, a lot of yoga studios do like first week like deals. So you can get a first week for like $40 or something when like one class would be like $15. But I would say do something like that. There's like so many YouTube channels and also a lot of places. Like I don't know if you live like in like a city or something or just like a maybe more populated area. They do a lot of like yoga classes in parks.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, or even any workout class. Like if yoga's not your thing, I just really recommend yoga because I think it's
something mindful.
It's not just about your physical health. It's also about your mental health. If you can actually allow yourself to immerse yourself in it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you know it's funny because I hate yoga.
Yeah, you hate it.
Yeah. It's too
Most of my friends hate it.
It's too
well, it's literally
quiet.
you have to be able to like let go of control and not think.
You know, I did
That's
notice too. It is pretty sexual too. Like
really?
Yeah. No, you don't get that energy.
I don't know. Tell me about it.
So I mean, it's hot in there. It's dark.
Yeah.
And you just hear everybody like heavily breathing.
Yeah.
And everybody's like bending over and just
like, spreading their legs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, whoa, are we about to kiss right now?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And some of them they pack you in there.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You're
close. You're doing like the bend over and you're like literally the next person's butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
or you
saying
could
I'm
go
not
to a
into it,
psychic. You could do that. That's also expensive though.
I love that too. But if you don't have a psychic, you can just DM Emily on Instagram.
Yeah, just give me a quick call.
Which is what is your Instagram?
Oh, it's Emily Duggar. Okay, not from the Duggar family. Don't ask me that. I'm not part of the Duggar family. But Dugger, and then 2 R's at the end. So Dugger.
Duggar.
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 That's me. Don't forget it.
So that is the very end of our episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hang out with me and my bestie. Go hang out with your bestie this week. And that's it. Talk to y'all next Tuesday.
Bye. Ciao. Arrivederci.